Hello again, everybody. I'm running out of space to do some of these fabric thrift haul videos. I have to share my space for all kinds of different workshop activities, and my sewing table, if you've seen some of the pictures I posted on Blue Sky, it's already piled up with fabric and projects that just aren't getting done, but I did accomplish a few things. But then, of course, I did go more shopping yet again into Joann Fabrics. This time I actually did get some fabric. There was a rumor going around, of course, stores closing now at the end of April. Apparently, maybe some of the smaller or underperforming kind of stores, with some more bonus 50% for buying the bolts. I didn't know that it would get like that. That seems kind of weird. I was expecting there just to be buying the bolt, whatever is already pre-measured on the bolt. But maybe that was just a weekend sale or something. I did get, I love the other receipt here. I did get some fabrics. I got remnants, I got fabric, I got some jewelry things. Jewelry was up to 75% off at this particular Joann's. I actually went down to the smaller one by the shore, which is a little further from me, but the driving is easier. The other two that are bigger by the city, they're on more major highways, and so I have to calculate my timing according to the rush hour traffic there. But so this one's further and smaller, but it seemed like it was having better deals right now. So I think 40% off? No, that was what was I already had off extra for the remnants. But some of the fabric that I had gotten was 60 and 70% off. And the jewelry pieces I got were 70% off. So starting to get some good deals where getting the last 3 or 4 yards on the bolts is actually kind of worth the price at that kind of price point. So we'll just dive in. I have no more space for anything anymore, but that's okay. I can sit in my cozy chair and we can have a nice fabric chat. A nice shiny, I should have turned on my fancier lights over here. A shiny red costumey kind of fabric, of course. This is another orange. I've become obsessed with orange. As if I wasn't always obsessed with orange. But another rust colored kind of material. This actually said that it was a linen, so this might be a nice apparel kind of material. What else is in here? This is a horse print fabric for my sister. There's also, yeah, star. In case you maybe haven't noticed, my sister runs a program called Hit the Stars. It's a horse therapy program, so horses and stars. It fits our name, Battistella. That's what it means. I actually did different jewelry things for them. They have all kinds of craft and other kind of 4-H kind of events there as well. So I don't know, maybe just some pillows or some curtains or something fun. Oh, I got more of the green. I have this fabric now. What is this actually called? The dot silky milky. I don't know. But I have this in black, tan, cream, red, green, gray. And the thing is I use it for all like the cat beds and blankets because it's nice and soft and snuggly. And I did get a red remnant that I was going to recover a cushion that I did lay out in case the cats already liked it or hated it. But that room also has green, so part of me is like, maybe I should do that. Do cushions, more cushions in green. I don't know. Oh, a black crushed satiny, not satin, you know what I mean, crushed penny velvet. You know, obviously the cheaper kind, but this was a yard. And then I did get off the bolts. Actually, it was already in 2 pieces, so you can kind of slightly tell the difference between the crushed cheaper kind versus the slightly nicer, few dollars more on the bolt. I didn't necessarily need any kind of black velvety apparel-y kind of fabric, but yes, I do. I will always need, black velvety apparel-y fabric. Just slowly but surely as I'm going through some of my black skirts that I've had 10, 15 years, I can just replace them with simple basic things, or, I mean, this is soft enough also that some of the cheapy one, the knit kind, can go for different liners. I did also, I got the a gold version. As I've said, as you've seen some of the projects I've also posted on Blue Sky, things that I've done making for my niece. She likes yellow. She said she likes gold because gold is just yellow but better. So I did get this. I did get previously at, of all places, Goofy Walmart, some of that, the same kind of costumey satin kind of yellow that'd be good for some cape liners, some playthings. But this could just be a really nice golden little gown of some sort. Oh, what else is this? This was, I think this might have been 60 or 70% off. This was just black jersey knit. How many yards? Not very many yards. I don't think two yards. Here, penny black. Crushed penny black, solid red, solid linen, metallic. Jet black. I don't know. 50% off. So a nice black jersey knit, again, as any kind of little liner or backing, you know, some kind of blouse. You know, again, I will always use. I do have, I should probably re-demonstrate some of the, it was for my sewing on a budget video for Search Magazine, where I did talk about how, you know, all the furniture that I have here is just found from my parents' house, how I have everything kind of organized in the plastic drawers. That's how I know I have too much fabric. I think I've said this previously, because like I don't have designated drawers for orange or yellow fabric, so I'm kind of fudging them in other places with reds or the baby materials. And I have a black ribbon drawer, a black trim drawer, I think a black notions drawer, I have black lining drawer, I have black fabric drawer, I have a black one that's specifically just for black cottons. So I don't necessarily need the fabric, but to stock up for the price, yay. Ooh, what is this? Another red satin. Again, just for any kind of liner or backing. So many times when you're making projects that are big kind of skirts or big kind of costumey things, and you think, oh, it's only a costume, I don't need to line it, and that's fine. But then sometimes in your warped kind of brain, when you are making something nice, you think you don't want to use twice as much fabric by lining something. So it's okay to just get little pieces here and there, and, you know, okay, yes, line something maybe a little nice. It's okay. It's an excuse, right? It's an excuse to buy more fabric. But huzzah! I had actually gotten a yard remnant of this same material when I first went to the first Joann liquidation sale, and I thought that I would have to cut it in kind of like maybe almost like a cheerleader kind of skirt, little front gores like in black. But now I feel like I could do like a total like 40s yuppie, like do the whole skirt in this color and then sort of a black top, and then do maybe something like this, like where there's a button border and collars and cuffs of the matching fabric. So I guess in theory, I intend to replace my entire October wardrobe with black and orange things that I've made. And hey, why not? Okay, who knows where we're gonna be come October. That's a terrible thing to think already in April, but it's like April 50, 60th already here of what we've been through in 2025. So hey, buy some material, do what makes you happy. You've seen my pictures on Blue Sky where I've just made that Elsa costume out of sheets. I mean, it's okay. At this point, it's just okay. Do what you want to do. There are more things here. Oh, I did get some orange thread, because I do have a couple big orange things that I found in thrift grab bags, but color matching may be significant. Ooh. There are more jewelry things in here. Way down. I do try and limit myself to one bag when I go, but I still fill my bag with a lot of things. My orange thread, this was orange piping. If you've seen, I've actually posted some articles. I have some more things to come. I redid the apron that I had done, because again, I had dead stock. It was shortchanged fabric of that black and orange polka dot print that I loved, that I tried making a skirt and the pattern just didn't work right. So I recut it into an apron, and it's like, I don't understand this appeal of an elaborate apron because it's supposed to get dirty, but yet at the same instance, I'm absolutely tempted to embellish it. But this is orange piping, orange piping rickrack types. So part of me is like, can I do this around the edge of my apron just extra? But then I'm like, it's just an apron. I should probably use this on something more elaborate. But the possibilities are endless. That's the appeal. Again, strangely, The yarn was still only 30 or 40%, and some of their aisles were bare. Actually, a lot of their floral seemed bare. But then I still had a lot of other things, and notions were still only 10 or 20, 25% off. But then they had some things that were 40 or 30. These were like the closure and belt loop things, I think, that were actually like 70% off. I bypass all the buttons because I have that giant button jar that I will probably never finish using. But 50, 50, 60, 40. Receipts are so weird here because it tells you the price, it tells you the percentage off. 50, 50, 40, 40, 50, 40, 40, 20%. 60%, 50%, 30, 40, 60, 60, 40, 40, 40, 70%. Oh, that was the jewelry. Yes, we'll get to the shiny jewelry. 50%. These were, and I think I already have a couple of these, but instead of buttons on certain things, these are just a little nicer. I keep saying, of course, that I'm going to make more kind of sweater clips and things like this on sweaters, that I actually tend to use a brooch instead, actually sewing something like this on. Useful sewing. This is what my father always used to say to me. Why can't you sew useful things? I'm like, no, I gotta do weird, crazy ass things. Like make Elsa costumes out of sheets and curtains. Am I right? I got more metallic beads. I had previously actually gotten these same beads at 50% off. These were the metallic, I guess, brass and kind of copper, but I knew I needed this kind of style or that I was going to use it more. Here was a lovely big shiny cross that actually was $1 something with the 70% off. So, yay. That's a big statement. These were a couple more mixed random. I like that these are actually smaller cross ones, nicer to go sideways for bracelets. And again, all these different little mixed metal spacer kind of beads that I kind of cheat to fill in the backs of my necklaces. But here was more copper and sort of unique silver ones. So I got some of these to make more jewelry. I already did have a post on my blog, a K-Bats Craft post, about a lot of the jewelry that I've been making one bead at a time, trying to de-stress. And I wrote about the apron that I did. I have to take pictures actually of my niece in the Elsa costume at some point, before I'll do a nice little write-up about that. And again, my sewing pile just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. I really want to organize, particularly some of this orange material, because I have the orange sheets, I have orange bolts, I have other orange thrift fabrics that I found. So I kind of need to start maybe making a list or putting the patterns with the things that I want to do. But in order to do that, I need to finish the skirts that are sitting on my sewing table. I need to finish the dress that's actually on my dress form that you've seen in all my pictures for like a year. Yes, scandalously. I need to clean my sewing machine because it was actually giving me some trouble recently, and I thought, oh, I hadn't used it in a couple months, but then I thought, probably been a lot longer than since I cleaned it. And it's an old one, but that's okay. So a lot more fun, frilly fabrics. I guess now at this point, the last few weeks of April, maybe the Joann fabric sales are going to increase. I guess some of these smaller stores are closing supposedly at the end of April. Then some of the others are all supposed to be closing at the end of May. So maybe another trip. I guess I'll go to the bigger city one again. But I kind of don't really need to. I gave myself, again, $100 budget going here this time because I said, look, if this is the closing time and the sale percentage have gone up for the fabric, then I'll get myself some fabric. And with tax and everything, it came out to $108. So it was okay. That was okay. So no more for April, I think. I feel like I've done a lot of these fabric hauls now, these different Joann's and thrift finds. It's getting me back in the groove of doing some crafting things, and then the crafting things, then I think I have to do videos and I have to do write-ups for them, and that gets me back into more writing and more videoing, which then gets me back into other more film review and podcasting and movie and TV things that I'm supposed to be doing. So My channel here on YouTube is all over the place. That's okay. And the K-Bats Craft things are still on Facebook. I haven't really been posting to Instagram. I would love to get away from them. I've gotten away from Twitter. But I'm also on the K-Bats Crafts is also on a Blue Sky handle. I have 2 Blue Sky handles. The Therefore review for all the film and movie and podcasting things that I do, reviews, and then the K-Bats Crafts for posting some more fun pictures and articles and loony things. So my husband said, "Why are you so gussied up just to go buy fabric?" And I was like, hey man, the people in the fabric store can appreciate it. They understand. They understand." The girl, when she was measuring this black, and she said it's in pieces. Is that okay? And I said, that's fine. And I said, if that isn't all of us in the state of 2025, we're in pieces, and we're just making it fine, aren't we? So take care of yourselves. Try and get into a crafty space where it's safe, and um I guess that's about it now. The cat didn't circle through here, so sorry. No cat pictures today, but thank you for watching.